Welcome back. Before we take a look at the day's business news, let's take a look at the stock indices across the GCC. More than 2,600 new aircraft worth $550 billion are set to be delivered to Middle East carriers in the next 20 years, according to a new forecast by US plane maker Boeing. In its annual current market outlook, Boeing said 2,610 aircraft would be added to regional fleets by 2032. Globally, Boeing projected a demand for more than 35,000 new airplanes over the next 20 years, valued at $4.8 trillion. The report said the world fleet was likely to double over the next 2 decades, while both passenger traffic and cargo traffic are expected to grow 5% annually. The report said growth of Middle Eastern aviation, which outpaced the global average, will continue to do so, supported by fleet expansion strategies led by Dubai-based Emirates Airline. Alliances and partnerships will also contribute, with the 2012 Emirates Qantas Codeshare Agreement or Qatar Airways' pending membership in the One World Alliance. The single-aisle market, served by Boeing's next-generation 737 and the future 737 MAX, is the main driver of the forecast and continues to show strength. 24,670 new airplanes will be needed in this segment due to the growth of low-cost carriers and airlines from emerging markets. Boeing also added that the wide bodies, such as Boeing 747-8, 777 and 787 Dreamliner, will see about 8,590 new orders, fueled in part by airlines replacing their older fleet with new, more fuel-efficient airplanes. And continuing with aviation news, according to local reports, Qatar Airways is planning to order more 787 Dreamliner planes at this week's Paris Air Show. Sources have claimed that this is despite losing more than $200 million when the Boeing aircraft was grounded earlier this year by US regulators because of an electrical fault. CEO Akbar Al-Baker said the grounding of the fleet had cost the carrier around $200 million in lost revenue, claiming that the aircraft shouldn't have been grounded and was an overreaction by regulators. The delays have meant that Doha-based carrier, which currently flies to 120 destinations, will not be able to launch as many new routes this year as it had hoped. The UAE Central Bank is planning to create a governance unit that will organise the activities of Sharia-compliant banks and Islamic units at commercial banks in the second largest Arab economy. According to reports, the UAE Banks Union has requested the creation of such a unit with the aim of organising the work of Islamic banks and unifying criteria and laws for their Sharia-compliant banking operations in the country. Reports stated that such a body has become essential following a steady and rapid increase in demand for Islamic banking services, adding that such services have grown in the UAE alone by around 20% annually. Islamic units at UAE-based conventional banks have largely expanded over the past years, contributing 10 to 15% of their total profits. 8 of UAE's 51 banks are Sharia-compliant units, with their total assets exceeding 200 billion dirhams at the end of 2012. And the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority has launched a new eco-friendly initiative under the theme Green Procurement program to further promote the use of green technological solutions and sustainable energy to preserve the environment and benefit the community economically and socially. As reported in Emirates news agency WAM, the program aims to promote the purchase of green materials from authorised suppliers who provide sustainable and eco-friendly supplies. Through the program, DEWA aims to reduce waste, promote recycling, and encourage stakeholders to rationalise the use of various materials to avoid a negative impact on the environment. In a statement, the Managing Director and CEO of DEWA said that the initiative will help to reduce the use of natural resources, promote recycled materials, minimise waste, and raise awareness on conservation. This will contribute to reduce expenses on the long run and further position DEWA as an international model in the field of sustainability and environment.